Okay, so no contact is to protect you. At this point, if you have been broken up with or you broke up, if you have been hoovered, they're trying to get you. When all of that happens, you finally are at a point where you have to make a decision for what's right for you. No contact is the absolute 100% hands down agreed upon method to use when dealing with cutting ties with a narcissist. You've decided, you've broken up. I don't tell people to leave, that's your own journey. But you have decided. Your head knows this person's bad for you. Your heart finally made the leap and you allowed yourself to leave this person. She's snoring. Can you hear it? She's so tired today. You finally decide to go no contact because you realize, like we talked about in the last video, when they're hoovering you, any of this back and forth now, post-breakup, is just a game to them. It's just a game. They just want to see if you'll call them back. And when you have, when they say no contact is this, ready? You block their number is what the most blocking their number so you can't see every time your phone rings, your heart doesn't jump. And you're not having to resist answering it because you don't see that they're ringing. Now, they can still leave you a message. Although a viewer did recently explain there's a way that you don't even have to get blocked messages because they can leave you a message still and it'll show up in blocked messages. But they also talk about with no contact, no driving by their house, no stalking them on social media, blocking them on social media. I don't do a lot of the like Snapchats and all that. But if you're still friends with them and you can peek into their life, that's not really no contact. If they can still peek into your life, that's not really no contact. No contact means none. None. You have no contact. You don't, it's not just you're not talking to them. No contact means you're free of any kind of glimmer into their life and they're free of any glimmer into yours. You are separated. For those of you that are older, think of how we would have a breakup in the 80s or 90s before any of the social media. Unless you bumped into the person on the street, if you didn't talk to them on the phone anymore, unless you bumped into them on the street, you didn't see them again. Ever. Period. That's what no contact is after. It is to protect you. Because when you see that phone number coming in, you could be just in the right moment or wrong moment where you say, hi, how are you? You feel like I'm strong. He can't suck me in. There's nothing he can say to control me. I think I can handle this. I've done it. And then before you know it, it's 3 days later and they're not talking to you or they took off again or they're not answering your calls. What's worse, how about when they hoover, and then you finally get back to them and they don't answer? If that's never happened to you, oh, that's beautiful. I'm telling you, no contact is a finality that you can implore. It's your choice to do it because they won't. They won't erase your number. They won't stop trying to call you. They will be in your life as long as you let them. If I were still in contact, I think he'd still be coming over here once a month for coffee, just to keep me on the hook. They put you on the bench as a bench warmer just to keep you on the hook. No contact is for you so that you have a space in which you can regain your power. It's for you in that you can have a space where you have peace. You're not going to tell me, like my heart would go, like if I saw the number, maybe you have a special ring for that, that tone, that elicits all kinds of things going on in you. Blocking them, deleting them from your phone, not letting them have a special ring, not leaving them messages. And that includes if you're friends with like family members of his. Well, I didn't talk to him, but I reached out to his sister. No. You want information. And you kind of want him to know. Mine would reach out to my father. And I don't know, I think he thought what? Oh, how sweet, Dad, he called you. That's so sweet. He's such a nice man. Yeah, let me call him again. They'll use that. No contact is cutting them off from your life so that you can have the space and the freedom and opportunity to build your strength back up without them sucking it away from you every time they leave you a message. Listening to someone's voice with whom you've had this tumultuous affair, relationship, family, some of you have been for years and you're leaving your narcissist just now. Hearing that voice of that person, that's going to trigger a lot of things. Of course it is. Of course it is. You're used to that person's voice. You've been around them for years. And even if you decide, I detest that person, they can't ill affect me anymore, I can get this phone call, I'll be fine. That might be how you feel. But what I worry about is if you keep them, and some of you have to, you have children in common, you can't go no contact, I understand that. But you could keep it expository and do business only. And you could do it in text or email form. You don't have to get on the phone with them. I know people that do that. But I want you to understand that you have to give yourself alone time away from them. Not seeing their name, not hearing their voice, not hearing a message. And it's hard to do when you keep them on your phone and there's a live wire connecting the two of you. I convinced myself we were going to be friends. I convinced myself I could handle talking once in a while. It was probably a year and a half post disaster date. Maybe even 2 years. Post disaster date. The whole thing was 2 years. Well, the first disaster date happened way in the beginning. I should have gone non-contact right then. I would never have the other ones. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, can't, because my path, my journey, I love it, right, whatever. But when you are in the thick of this breaking up business, it is recommended that you go no contact. And you might not be ready. Even though, okay, so they might have done something really, really bad, and you broke up, you threw them out, or you left their house, shut the door, I'll never see you again. And then what do? We see them next day. We see them the next day. No contact is for when you have decided, no, you know what, that was the last time. And it might not have been in your mind when you said, I'm done. We all say that. I'm done. I am done. A Hoover comes in, you see their number, you listen to the message, your heartstrings get pulled, now you're crying. Well, maybe if I just talk to him one more time. The danger is you're leaving the door open for them to hurt you again. And they will. We already talked about that. They're not going to change. They don't have any new information for you. Again, this isn't a healthy breakup. Somebody realized they want you back. They call you and they have good information for you. New information for you. I didn't realize what my life was like without you. I want you back. That's what the narcissist might say too. But if they've already done A through Z mean things to you, that behavior is coming down the pike again. Now all we taught them, I've done it, we did it, we have all done it. By continuing to see that cat after he did all these mean things to me, I was teaching him that I'll accept all these mean things. I was sure with my mouth, don't do that again. Of course they're going to do it again. And they know you didn't leave. They know you didn't even break off contact with them. They can do anything. Now they know they can do anything. Because even after you said you were done, you weren't, and you showed them that. So you have to, it's hard. Oh, God, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Give somebody your phone if you need to. For the day, for the night, for the few hours. Don't even let me look at my phone here. Take it. If that's what you need. But going no contact is for you. It's not a punishment against them. Don't think of it that way. Because then sometimes we don't want to do it. Well, I don't really want to punish him like that. But it's for you. To maintain your sanity, to get your sanity back, to revisit you, your life, your values, your worth. Your worth is what you should be trying to bask in once, if you did leave, if you've made the choice. It's your very personal choice. So if you've made the choice to leave, now let it sit. Let yourself sit and marinate. You need to cry for 3 weeks and watch sad things, go ahead and do that. But continually talking to them, thinking something's going to change, that's just prolonging the inevitable. You've already left them. your head and heart aligned finally. Or, well, I didn't leave him. He discarded me. I would have stayed. I would have stayed. Would you have? Really? Write down all the mean things that they did to you and look at that board for 3 months. I have a whiteboard. Write it all out. Stare at it. And then ask yourself, is this the person that you want to call back? Is that the person really that you don't want to cut off? Is this the person that you can see yourself patching things up with? You can't unsee betrayal. And if you write it all in front of you and it's staring at you, staring at you, staring at you for this month, 3 months, 9 months, some of you are going on, it's a year now, you're very proud. It's a big deal to be away from a narcissist for a year and you've maintained that. No contact is a way to get you there. I thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a good weekend. Please go ahead and hit sub, like, and share. We'll get this channel going so more people hear this and don't get caught up in this. Thanks so much, you guys.